Once a brilliant engineering graduate with a bright career ahead of him, tragedy struck Hoggesh when he least expected it. In April of 2009, Hoggesh was struck by lightning. Miraculously, instead of killing him, the bolt discharged through his rubber running shoes. Hoggesh lived another day, but at the cost of his eyesight.
I was traumatized. I'd never felt anything like that in my entire life. It was like waking up and finding Tom Cruise in bed with me. The last thing I remember seeing is a white light, which brought eternal darkness in my life.
It's almost unheard of, but possible. The last recorded case of a direct electrical discharge on a bright day was in 1987. However, there are better odds of Hoggesh slipping on a banana peel and landing on Sheldon Chopra's rack than being in a situation like this.
Hoggesh had barely recovered from the first strike, but fate had something different in store. In October 2009, he was struck by lightning again. His new ailment was even more baffling than before.
After the second strike, electronic devices stopped working around me. I could not make any phone calls. There was no Facebook, no Twitter. I was drifting apart from my friends. And all of a sudden, I found myself alone. But the biggest blow came when my grandmother asked me for a hug and I turned the pacemaker off. I really miss her sometimes.
History repeated itself in early 2011, destroying Hoggesh's love life forever. The doctors who attended to him said that this jolt would have killed him if it wasn't for his therapeutic rubber underwear.
My fiancée asked me if I loved her, and I said, I don't know. I didn't even know if I was into girls anymore, or people. The lightning snatched away selective memory from me. I didn't remember my sexual orientation.
Those were difficult days for us. I mean, he would come home drunk and beat up our parents and me. After a few months, we decided it's time to seek professional help.
I tried everything, including Bharatnatyam, to re-explore my sexuality. But nothing seemed to work. In the end, it was too late.
It was a difficult decision for me to take, but for everyone's sake, I had to keep her away from him.
I wish for things that probably hurt me, and I'll get over you. I always do. I'll miss the girl that I thought was you, but I don't know anymore.
The final lightning strike during Diwali in 2011 was the most debilitating of them all. The stress of constant shocks to his brain took a toll on Hoggesh Bedi, and his mind was no longer his own.
I used to love watching Spielberg movies. I remember how much fun they used to be. But after the lightning strike, it all went away. I started liking Rituparna Ghosh's movies. I started finding sense in Arundhati Roy's writings. I was practically making a living out of posing nude for art magazines.
At his lowest point, Hoggesh turned to urine therapy. Moving out of the Mood Sanjeevani ashram in Sri Lanka, he headed back home to begin a new life. Now Hoggesh runs an NGO that provides support for those who have been struck by lightning. In the past year, he has helped almost 3 people reclaim their lives in dignity by teaching them crafts like yoga, typing, and Mongolian throat singing.
The roads are long, the ones we walk. I am without direction, a ray of hope. A childhood without the love of Pope. A gentle voice, a world without dope. A sound is heard, a vision flashes. Will my neighbors burn in ashes? How I wish I wasn't trapped in my vest. Is life really worth living without crests? At the height of Himalayas, will I ever see spring? When the cows come home, my balls ring.